Where is the Prince of Wales?
We do not know, my lord.
Inquire at London, amongst the taverns. For there they say he daily doth frequent, with unrestrained loose companions.
Oh, bastard son of a king.
Hello and welcome to a special edition of Rule of Thirds in conjunction with the White Trash Voltaire. Today, I'm Stephen Foxworthy, as I am every day. But joining me today are my good friends Samuel Dumas.
Hello.
And Caleb Dunkerson.
What's up?
And today we are going to be doing a beer tasting. Sam, what are we going to be tasting tonight?
We'll be tasting Trader Joe's Vintage Ale 2014, 15, and 16.
All right. This is kind of exciting. I'm a little more excited about this than I am anything else right now.
It's a little exciting. Understandable.
So, well, this is something that we've done for several years now. Usually with the White Trash Voltaire podcast.
Typically, but they're more or less dead.
They're more or less dead. We're keeping their spirit alive tonight.
Yes.
With this beer tasting. So, and we've tasted a couple of these before, have we not?
We have. We've done the 2012, 13, and we do 3 bottles every single year, but 12 and 13 are years past that we've done. So far, 13 is my favorite year.
Okay. That's fair. So tonight we're doing 14, 15, and 16. So from the last 3 years. And we're going to go ahead. Let's go ahead and uncork the 2014 first, and we'll just take these in chronological order.
As you guys are listening, just keep in mind that the lettering on this bottle is gold. Just you can listen to that in the subtle poppiness of the cork, I'm sure.
There actually is a photograph of all 3 beers on the Rule of Thirds Instagram account at Thirds Rule.
Nice Instagram integration you did there, Stephen.
Thank you, Caleb.
I like that. I
Always be
pointed it out.
branding. Always be
I
branding.
pointed it out so as to make it not seamless and smooth.
And that's why
So I
we
like
love
to-
you.
I like
How's
to
everyone wearing their
undercut
safety
it.
goggles?
Do you need help there, Sam?
I got this. This one's just kind of stuck.
Sam is being quite dangerous there with the cork popping.
He's kind of a little girl, so he might have trouble getting the cork out.
I actually am really good at getting corks out of bottles.
Yes, yeah. I want to point
I
out
mean-
the first time we've ever done this, the first cork we ever popped open got stuck. Steven got it stuck inside of the bottle. We had to shove it down in there and drink cork flavored.
That was back in
It
what,
didn't-
2014, 15, 14,
Something.
14.
Please don't break our chandelier.
I don't even know what a chandelier is.
Clearly.
Well, it's right there.
That was the most unsexy pop I've ever heard in my life.
That's pretty weird. I mean, it did show up. I mean, it's there. You'll hear it, but you won't be impressed.
No. That's my dog Zoe. For the people listening at home, she's very excited to be part of our
She'll be partaking in the
beer
tasting with us.
She will not. I will not allow it.
I tried to get my cat to drink beer the other day. They do not like. Well, the one does not like it.
The other does.
I don't know.
Maybe pour a little bit less so that we can do per each for going forward.
Sam's
So
being
that
very generous with portions.
so that whenever we get through all 3 of these, we don't have to necessarily drink the whole bottle when we're tasting.
Dude,
we can progress through.
Look how much is still in there.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So, for our viewers, the bottle's still there. I don't know if anything can count out this. Thing is a bottle of infinite beer.
This, I think-
flowing of infinite
I
beer.
just want to make sure that we don't get too far out of hand.
I'm just being generous with my pours as I
It's
do.
fine. You can edit this out later if you want, or if not.
I don't think this one has good head. I think, is it just my pouring?
It could be the age also.
I don't know. Haven't we found in the past that with age, the head grows even larger?
Not
Have we?
necessarily. I think like 2012 was really flat.
Was it?
I think so.
What about 13 though? I thought
13? 13 was out of
I
control.
don't know. We
guys.
could listen to the.
We could go back
archives.
and watch them. Where are those archives located, Caleb?
You can find those archives at the White Trash Voltaire on YouTube if you search that there, or you can go to the whitetrashvoltaire.com. The website is crap, but all the podcasts are there.
There you go.
So
All right. Well, we have in our hands some tasting glasses of the Unibrow Trader Joe's 2014 Vintage Ale.
I believe it's Unibrew. It's
Uh,
cool.
Unibrow sounds better, I think.
If there's like a little umlaut over a thing, and it's like I don't know. You gotta know.
Face is an umlaut.
I don't know.
Oh, you got told.
Yeah, not the first time, won't be the last.
It smells good.
It does.
I can't
It's
smell
got,
anything.
it's got a hint of good in there. It's a little spicy.
It is. Kind of nutmeg and clove on the nostril.
Yeah, what they said. I agree. I concur. It's all right.
Very metallic,
Mm-hmm.
which is what we found last year as well. I don't know.
And that tends to happen as these age? Or is that unique to the 2014?
I feel like the 14 was particularly...
The 14 was very metallic from the start,
Mm-hmm.
even the year of.
Okay.
And it seems to be retaining that pretty much the same.
I
feel like-
asked because I don't remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the one thing I specifically took away. This was a
I actually don't
metallic
even think
beer.
I was there at last year's tasting. I think it was just you
I don't
guys
think
saying
I don't
that
think
last
you were
year.
either.
Yeah.
I think you were. You were year before last, and
Year
I
before
wasn't
last.
there.
You weren't. Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
You were in
So we're
Arkansas.
making sure that all parties were never present at any one of these. Next year, I'm sure that we'll have a totally new podcast member,
Right.
and Sam won't be.
Makes sense.
That sounds about right.
I would be the one person that would always be here. I will be the consistent. This is my beer. I buy. I
I
will
was
hate
gonna say-
it at my house.
That is true. Sam is the one that brings the beer.
Yeah.
I don't dislike it.
This has gotten better, but only slightly. I didn't much care for 2014, like at all. Even
I remember that from year one.
I was like,
when we
eh.
had it, we were kind of all I do think it's gotten better. It's definitely kind of matured.
I think it has a good. I think it has a good flavor palette initially, but then as it rolls back further in the mouth, it gets really metallic, and then it just is pure alcohol flavor at that point. And
Absolutely.
It's just not. I don't think it's It's not a very smooth drink.
Very
I think.
boozy. It's not smooth at all. It's very boozy. It's more like this is something you would probably want to sip rather than chug.
Oh.
Sam's glass is completely empty. Caleb and I each have some left. Of course, I don't think Sam poured himself quite as much as he did. Those the rest of us either.
I did. I compensated.
Oh, did you?
Yes, by adding a little bit more, height-wise.
Your glass is also thinner at the bottom than ours are.
Yes, that's why I added a little bit more height-wise to
Ah,
compensate
okay.
for my not being as thick.
So many jokes in there. Not going to touch a one of them.
But we are a classy podcast.
we try. I mean,
Uh,
we're sitting around drinking beer around my kitchen table, so that's something.
Oh, Caleb has something to say. What is it, boy? What is it?
No, I was just gonna say overall, I still don't like it.
Oh.
I don't think it's a good beer.
Well, we know which one Steven's drinking for the podcast.
I'm actually okay with that.
I will let Steven uncork the 2015. We'll just go around. We'll go around the circle.
Cool.
I remember 15 being, to me, I considered the sequel to 13 last year.
You really liked 13.
Yeah,
I really
was
like 13.
really
13 just kicked ass. It was like alcohol, like the alcohol content doubled. It was ridiculous.
I got some chocolate notes on that last sip of the 14. That was pretty fun.
good. I didn't. I got some rubbing alcohol notes. You know, I'm.
One twist is all it took, man. not to make you seem like, not to try to make you feel like less of a man or anything.
Well, I am.
Sam has shrunk back in his seat a bit. He's head down, thinking about his actions.
Was that a good pour volume for you, or you want a little less?
That works. Yeah, this one seems to have a little bit of better head retention than
Mm-hmm.
in the 14.
I'll give you a little more height-wise, Sam, to make up for your lack of width.
Thank you.
I believe girth is the term that's
The
usually
preferred
used
nomenclature,
when speaking of glasses
and
Beer-
nothing
beer
else.
Glasses in particular.
All right, so let's get some 2015 in
Yeah, I'm
us.
certainly more generous with my pours. Remember, if you want beer, let me pour it for you.
No, it's not like we're not going to drink the rest of this.
Yeah.
Right,
I
I
like
was
the
gonna say we
smell.
got 3
Yeah.
bottles to get through tonight.
I
You
like
guys still have to drive.
Right off the bat, this is a much
Gosh, we brought like
sweeter.
15 bottles of other. Yes, this is.
It's a much sweeter smell
Mm-hmm.
to it. It's got kind of
I'm already
a
biased.
fruity smell to it.
I'm not getting the fruits.
Really? Not like dried fruits, like figs.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I
Figs.
can. Okay. Yeah, I get where you're. Okay.
Maybe raisins. Probably figs though. Or dates.
I do like dates.
Dates are pretty great.
Dates are pretty good.
But watch out for poison ones.
That's right. Poor monkey.
This guy knows what I'm talking about. This is much more carbonated.
Much more carbonated. which of course is going to lose a lot of that with the age. It's a little, it's a lot smoother, significantly smoother
It's not.
than the 14.
Yeah, it doesn't have that alcoholic,
Bite.
It tastes more brown to me.
but it.
It tastes more brown. Could you explain what that means, Sam?
No. I like it better. I told you I was going to be biased on this one.
You did.
I already
You
like
did.
this thing.
That's
It's
fair.
really probably going to be my favorite.
It's really not. Like the nose suggests sweetness that's not there,
Right.
and
Yeah, which is interesting. Also fun.
Very interesting.
I don't know.
There's almost like a little, what is that flavor that I'm getting kind of on the back now?
I think like there's some dark chocolate in there. That's what I'm getting.
I almost get like a super boozy root beer.
Yeah.
Like a
That's what-
super boozy root
That's what I
beer.
mean by brown.
Is that what you meant?
That's what I meant. yes.
Okay. I mean, the spices aren't as overpowering as they would be in a root beer, but I'm getting like kind of some of those flavors. You see what I'm saying?
I can kind of see where you're coming from, but
I mean, that's kind of the closest I can get to putting my finger on what I'm tasting.
I mean, I do have taste a distinct dark chocolate.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, is always a good thing to taste.
Yeah, but honestly, up front, I don't think that there's a lot. There's not really a lot going on in this beer. Like just on the initial taste, anything that you're gleaning out of it, at least what I'm tasting is coming from like, after you've already drank it.
The back end. Yeah, no, I don't disagree with you on that.
And honestly, it's kind of, I mean, it's not metallic, so it's a lot easier to drink. But honestly, I think it doesn't taste as initially good as the 2014. To be honest, I'm a little bored with it.
That's fair. I think it's a little more balanced than the 14.
Probably so.
And that may be why
But
you're bored with it. I think
it
it's
is
it's a little more temperate in kind of how it was put together.
Well, we know which one I'm drinking tonight.
Which gives Caleb the 16. So Caleb, you want to pop
Hopefully
that?
it's good.
Let's hope so.
I want to try again. No, that's
Okay.
Sam's got something to prove, y'all.
All right.
Hasn't got this. Before popping on this.
So this is 2016. None of us have tried this one yet.
No,
No,
this
we
is
have
new.
not.
This
This is
just came out this year. 'Cause
brand new.
Right now, it is 2016 at
Well,
the time of recording.
At the time of recording, this will not come out until 2017. However,
Normally we would have. I mean, usually, one of us will have. That was nice.
that was a sexy pop right there.
Usually, some of us
That
will have possibly
definitely.
tried one of these of the current year, before recording. But in this case,
It's typically me, but
they're hard to get. Apparently, they're really hard to get this year.
Yeah, I got like the last 3 bottles.
Wow, good for you, man. Apparently, you need to show up like in November when they first come out.
15 they had till like February.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess no one likes.
Oh, look at the head on that.
Oh, that is gorgeous.
Okay, yeah, much better head retention.
So younger beers, more head. Older beers, not as much head. Good to know.
Makes sense. Caleb's pours are just outrageously generous.
I was gonna say this is probably
Probably.
one of the more generous pours tonight.
What? That's not even close to as much as Sam's initial pour.
You were like halfway
I
through
don't
the
know
whole
if I
bottle.
believe that. Give him a little more height to compensate for his lack of girth.
So, like,
If you look at the picture on the Rule of Thirds Instagram at Thirds
our
Rule,
pours are like basically exactly the same.
you'll see the.
Ha,
Sam still,
ha,
Sam was
I
still a
poured
little
less.
more generous
Steven is clearly
I
the
am
more
the stingiest.
stingy, Yeah.
because let's be honest, this is a tasting, not a guzzling.
Except
All right.
that we will be.
2015.
We'll be drinking the rest of it throughout
Oh,
the recording
the
of the main
smells.
podcast.
2015 initially right off the bat smells
16.
No, he's,
Yeah,
still on 15. He poured the wrong
16.
bottle.
Yeah, that's the one.
Now I'm getting a lot more fruit on this one. A lot more fruit, actually.
Yeah.
Fruit and spice. I'm getting a nice combination of the two.
What is spice? What is
Whoever
spice?
controls the spice, Sam, controls the universe.
That is very true to the Spice Wars.
Oh, my. That's doing some interesting
Well,
things.
don't ruin it for me. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm still
Oh
smelling
yeah.
it.
Yeah. Oh, Oh wow.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, there's a lot washing over here.
Oh, the
Yeah.
anticipation. I still haven't put this in my mouth yet. I'm still smelling it. Now I'm listening to it.
Okay, Sam, will you please drink it?
There are bubbles coming out of this.
Will you
Yes, there
please
are.
drink it so we can all get on the same page here?
Okay.
Nah, I think it just should be you and me talking about this, and Sam just over there anticipating for the rest of the night.
Whoa.
Right?
That is definitely my favorite year I've ever had.
You know, wait for a minute because there's an aftertaste.
No, I know.
coming
The
up.
aftertaste is what I like in beer. That is why I like
Okay.
Scotch ales and things like that.
Okay, that's fair. So this has. Have you ever had?
Damn, I just want to punch something that's that good.
Have you ever had?
Please no.
Have you ever have you all ever had Weinstefana Hefeweizenbier?
Gesundheit.
Probably.
Because if you have, it's just a
I've not actually.
it's just a Weizen, a Hefeweizen.
I mean, I like a good Hefeweizen.
This has a lot of the same kind of flavors going on in it, I think, that Weinstefana Hefeweizenbier specifically has, which is clovey,
It is clovey. It's very clovey.
Clovers.
but it has almost a little bit of that hint of that of kind of to it. It's a clove. It's a clove that creates a banana-ish flavor, and that's what Weinstefana Hefeweizenbier
Well,
is specifically.
One of the things I
famous for
like about
is-
the Hefeweizens is that kind of overpowering banana
Mm.
flavor is one of the reasons I pick up a Hefeweizen.
I taste a hint of that in this beer. And
There
I think
is-
I think it's the cloviness of it that brings that out, because that banana flavor is created by the cloves.
I think the
Hefeweizen.
spice overpowers the kind of the fruity taste,
Mm.
but I agree. There is a bit of a Hefeweizen kind of flavor in here
Yeah,
that I find really quite enjoyable.
yeah, this is good. It's good. It's just completely unexpected because
Mm-hmm.
that's not.
I mean, it's a
because
dark.
it's not a Hefeweizen.
It's a
for
dark
sure.
beer, yeah.
Right.
But it's very light.
Mhm.
It's not typically very heavy. Like the 14 was. 14 was pretty heavy.
Mhm.
This is maybe it's because of its lack of age, but it's very light.
Yeah.
And you're right, I'm picking up a lot of that spice, a little bit of that kind of banana Hefeweizen flavor. It's very good.
There is a little bit of like a pretty strong alcoholic sting that comes in like post swallow
Mm-hmm.
that hits really briefly.
You can just say I'm really glad that we ate before this because I'd already be reeling otherwise. So this is good.
Yeah. I like this. This is a good beer.
This is very tasty.
It's my favorite of the night for sure.
All right, good deal. You still get the second, or no? Actually, this is your bottle because Sam's got that one. I've got this one.
Well, I figured we would just probably just go ahead.
Yeah,
and
I'm
continue
definitely pouring
splitting these.
2016 right now.
You're still pouring 16?
No, I figured we would just continue to split these. However,
All right, well.
I mean, I'm not.
Pour on,
I'm not-
Samuel.
It's like good 16 for
Oh, ye of the generous pour.
How about we go ahead and pour up 16, and then we throughout
our way
this
down.
podcast cycle our way back through, and hopefully there's a little bit of 16 left in the bottom. We can all have a little taste of that to close out.
Close
night
out the night. I like that. That's a good idea.
But we might want to
I gave
that-
Steven too much head.
refrigerate what remains here. Anyway, that's the beers.
All
So
right.
overall thoughts about all three.
Well, this is one of my favorite nights of one of my favorite podcasts of the year, just because, if for no other reason, because of the fact that we get to try some really good beer. I mean, Unibrew does a great job. I've liked just about anything they've put out. Their triples and doubles and quads are always fantastic.
We had a well, I don't know what it was.
It's a resolution.
Me and Sam enjoyed Unibrew's La Resolution
Okay.
or Resolution. Or
I may
however the
have to
French
try
would
to
say
find that tomorrow.
it. And we
in
had
my
that
excursions.
night before last? Last night?
Night before last.
Night before
Yeah,
last.
we were watching Chimes at midnight. We were smoking and drinking.
It was good. It is described.
Which is
Here's
probably
the
a
thing.
really good thing to be doing while you're watching Times.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you look at us like 10 years ago, smoking, drinking, and watching Orson Welles Shakespeare movies, you would never have like what is our life anymore? What are we doing? What
We're
happened
old.
to
We're
us?
old now, Sam. Well, I'm older than both of you, but we're old. We're
We just
old
went a
people.
direction that we weren't expecting. That's
You were
all.
not. I blame
And
women. I
now
blame
we're
women
having an
for all
existential crisis. So
Oh, no.
thanks Unibrew for sponsoring our existential crisis.
that. At least someone I appreciate and get behind is doing it.
There you go. What?
If I'm gonna have
Well-
an existential crisis, I want Unibrew to be sponsoring it.
I don't think Unibrew minds.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. As far as these beers are concerned, I am really interested to see how 2016 ages.
I am
find
as
out.
well.
Like, really interested.
I wonder if we're gonna like it as much next year, or barring that the year after.
Oh, I
And
got
I mean-
next year's and the year after's beer already.
Oh, I know you do, because you bought 3 bottles, and we always drink one and H2. So that's kind of how this thing works.
We all know.
That's how
Everyone
this
knows.
works. So, well, assuming now they do.
Assuming the planet doesn't end by next year, we got
Well.
a war with Russia.
Yeah. Yeah,
I think we'll be fine. For next year.
that's what's in the news right now, as of December 16th, 2016, when this is being recorded.
Man, Clinton's not even president. We're still going to war with Russia. What happened, America?
All right. Well, on that somber and bizarrely political note, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. For Samuel Dumas and Caleb Dunkerson, I am Stephen Foxworthy. Cheers.
Jesus, the days that we have seen. Do you remember since we lay all night in the windmill in St. George's Field?
No more of that, Master Shelley.
'Twas a merry night.
The music featured in tonight's special podcast were the songs Pippin the Hunchback and Master of Feast, both graciously provided to us by Kevin MacLeod. You can find these songs along with a vast array of music at incompetech.com. Licensed under Creative Commons 3.0 by Attribution License.